A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Coach Ryan Day told me before the game, he said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this. This is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Buckeyes ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Cotton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Mensah. Left side is Vaughn. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here's Julian saying to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Smith with the grab over the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Out wide left, it's Jackson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking outside, it's Jackson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick completion on the out route. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Second and long here. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Third and long coming up. They just keep firing. Throws to the tight end. Right side, it's Lofton. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Nowhere to go.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Throwing, Mensah. Under pressure. He sacked this defense all over him.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Finds a man by himself. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Miami! Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They took it 64 yards right down the field. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Saying. Looking left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return to the defense. Comes out on top with a pick. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Got his man on the right. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Canes. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Number 22, set to kick off.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, say it, right down the middle. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's exactly the response you want now from your defense. Your offense just turns the football over, puts you in a really bad spot. Great job being ready on first down, playing the pass, now forcing a second down. You want to force the field goal here. Obviously the bad field position, but the defense responds on first down.
Long way to go on second down. Red pass hits complete. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Oh, pressure's coming. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Gives it. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's got some space. To stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Keeps it. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Buckeyes will try to convert on 4th down. Fourth down, say it. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Here's Sayin to throw. Nice grab in traffic. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 96, set to kick it away.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Mensah to throw. turns up, it's Vaughn. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. Quick give. It's Fletcher. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it. Get the first down. Don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. In the backfield, it's Vaughn. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The run inside, it's Brown. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Mensah. They're working that left side. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And the Canes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Straight ahead, it's Brown. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And the Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Stepping to the right. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Hits inside, it's Fletcher. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Sells the run, wants to pass. Moves to his right. Bought a little time, lets it go. Out wide right, it's Brown. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Throwing, Mensah. Rushes on. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Turning it on. The 50, the 40. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Took it all the way back to the house. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turned.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this 3rd quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the 2nd half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the 2nd half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the 1st half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Saying, here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Got the back over the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Fires to the middle. In traffic, it's Smith. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Open on the right side, that's Smith. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the 1st half. And here they are in the 2nd half defending a deep ball.
Say it. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated. And I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll move the tight end. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
When a defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. 3rd down coming. Here's Mensah to throw. Gonna let it fly. He's got it for a big play. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Fletcher. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6.
Number 22, set to kick this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Julian with the play fake. Left side is Jackson. At the 35, he's got room. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Sells the run, looking to pass. Rolls right. He'll pull it down and run. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Line gets set, 1st down. Oh, it's a reverse. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Between the hashes, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play.
Get off my game, man. Go play something else. Speechless? Speed this up.
Get the football back.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. So they get the ball back after that turnover, and that might well have been the final nail in the coffin for this one. Out wide left, it's Fletcher. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Mensah. Look out. Turns it upfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Man, what a throw.
The greatest of all time.
Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw one first. That's caught. It's Fletcher. Oh, what a move. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Running inside. It's Fletcher. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's 4th down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snapped on 4th down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in, can't win by enough, got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Play fake, Julian Sayed. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Throwing, say it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Saying. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Saying to throw for it on 4th. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the 1st down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security, though.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's 4th down. Like, 4th down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. 1st down, 2nd down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big
Makes the catch, and he's free. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
Number 22, set to kick it off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Sayin to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide...
Snags it, and he's open. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Sayin, they're all over him. Finds his target.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Going to try to get it himself. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Tough run here. It's West. Got some room in into the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Number 32 in the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. Oh, look at this. The kicker's going to run it. And that's not going to come close. I'm not even sure what they were thinking there. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're in command of this game. Now let's send it downfield. He's got it. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Miami.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point.
Number 22, set to kick this one away.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside. But the ball pops out on the return. And he'll lose yardage on that return. I'm not sure anyone saw that coming. Not that this team couldn't lose, but the way they lost. And I think they've got some soul-searching to do now, guys.
I think they've got some soul-searching. I think a lot of fans, including myself, I don't know about you, David, scratching my head a little bit because normally I would tell you, well, the #1 team loses, they're still in the college football playoff hunt, but after that loss, I'm questioning whether they can even win their own conference. They got smacked around today.
Yeah, and I think that's what matters. Like in the committee's eyes, we always see like a convincing loss like this, a beatdown. Like this is not a good thing on your resume. A lot of time it ends up being an anchor that
Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Reese?
Okay, Holly. The Canes will kick off first, and here we go. Deep in the end zone, it's Scott. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. They were all over it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Not many receivers. To get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And I know he tucked that thing, and he got some good yards, but as a...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Russell will throw for it on 4. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They get to him as he throws. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella. Get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The give to the back. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. Piles his way ahead. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space. And I love the way, Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the first down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have a nose for it, and this guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's not going to really show up on any highlight reels, but that was a big play here for the offense.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the ground, he's got it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Still looking to his right. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on 4th down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach, taking those risks. But when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the 4th down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finished with this drive together. You're right. Circle that 4th down. That was a big one.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Throwing, Mensah. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Max got it on the screen. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Fake and wants to throw. Fires to the right. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand. and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Here's Mensah to throw. Caught. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Quick hitting end around on 1st and goal. Oh, that did not go as planned except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop. They made up some of that lost ground, but still plenty to cover on 2nd and goal. Selling the fake. Unloads in the nick of time.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the end zone. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage called, and they get the INT.
Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Keelan Russell throws to the wideout. Got his man. Great awareness by this defense to know where the 1st down line was and stop him just a little bit short. Big 4th down decision coming. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. The give on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Tide will have to call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Oh, pressure's coming. He's going to run it. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
It's too bad because these receivers are winning outside one-on-one. If this offensive line can just give their quarterback a little bit more time, there are some plays to be had.
Third and long right here. Russell. Looking down the middle. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Left side is Edwards. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Russell. Rushes on. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Quickly complete. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
Here comes the heat. Avoids pressure on the right. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Mensah. Caught. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He's got him this time. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd.
Number 22, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. He's going to take off. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Deadlocked here in the 3rd quarter. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Russell. Unloads to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
trying to make magic with his feet. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Hill. Hard running there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Might as well give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On the move. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Rides to the back. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on 4th down and short. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th, all tied up. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Has to have it on 4th down. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this 1st down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
From the red zone, it's Hill. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays, and you can tell the defense is starting to adjust to.
He caught it! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! They move on top here in the fourth. Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. From deep, it's Cotton. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And now this offense needs a late fourth-quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. He fires to the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Rush right in his face. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Here's Darian Menson to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cotton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Good gain on the return. Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison, it is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday. What an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years. Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Quick catch. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's Arch to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Middle of the field, Coleman's got it. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skilled players throwing the ball. And right now, that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud. Is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make myself? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wingo. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Townsend. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
There's so many offensive coordinators script those first 10 to 15 plays. Well, his has been gold. Great first drive, moving the ball down the field, now set up to punch it in. A 1st and goal situation. Opening drive.
He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Cuts it upfield. It's Owens. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's Reed to throw. Shoots it to the left. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Reed. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense.
Snags it down the right side. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Texas A&M ready to go with another 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
There he goes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Manning with a play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smothers. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
catch in the middle. It's Wingo. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He's got the back in the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Hart's going to spin it again. Finds the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Smothers. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Throwing Manning. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. And they can't make the connection.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. 4th down, Manning. Right side, it's Townsend. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Smothers. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Texas. Put 6 on the board.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Paul? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Play fake, Marcel Reed. Look out! Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half,
brings it in down the left side. Running free. He's at the touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points. The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Manning fires to the middle. Caught. It's Wingo. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Moves the pocket. It's Manning. Throwing right. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one. Snags it, and there's running room. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Aggies. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
that is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep, and how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that. We've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see them not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so we can come up and make a play.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Arch Madness. Out wide right, it's Smothers. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Manning to throw for it on fourth. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression. And
oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. The throw to the outside is complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Play action with Reed. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just barely got rid of it.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. And he gets rid of it.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, it's Smothers. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Now here's Manning. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
No room to bring it back. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Reed on the play action. Right down the middle. He's got it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. He's now over 150 yards receiving, and the Aggies ready to go whoop.
Yeah, ready to go whoop, ready to celebrate. They're excited. And listen, when you can find these playmakers that you feature and you consistently feature, this is when Aggies go nuts. They go crazy because their offenses are fun, exciting.
And the Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to ride this running back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. We take a moment to look at the stats and what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Motion from the wide receiver. Powers inside. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Aggies in position to say goodbye to Texas University. So long to the orange and the white as they build the lead.
It's been Gig'em here. They're pulling away, just making more plays, and it seems like at the opportune moment, they're the team that's stepping up.
And they're loving this. The A&M fan base, that is, just loving giving it to their rival Texas. If they can finish this one off, these people will go insane.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Here's Manning to throw. It's dropped after taking the hit.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Play action, here's Manning. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Manning. Couldn't find his man, and they'll... welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he's going to bring this one out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Quick give. It's Lacy. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Gonna run it. It's Lacy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Marshall. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's Underwood to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, that's a nice job on 3rd down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first 3rd down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Man, how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football. I tackle him on the ground, and I force the 4th down.
Keeps it himself. Now the toss. There's some headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Great job by the back on the option.
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense and plays like this, because defensively you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs the dive. Someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time nobody on defense had the answer.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Fielded in the end zone, it's Marsh. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Shows him the stiff arm. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play, because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Fighting for it, it's Buchanan. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll run it on the counter. Got a little space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
Throwing, Underwood. Buying time to his right. Turning it on. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. An 84-yard drive there. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll go to the counter. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make yards.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
He'll be dropped. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Needs it here on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Lets it fly. Couldn't set his feet.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on third and long. Underwood unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Alexander. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll send the back in motion. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
Moving the pocket, it's Chambliss. Snagged in the middle, it's Alexander. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Sells to fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
Another third down stop for this defense, and they're excited, but you always kind of got to watch. Like, they shouldn't go for it on fourth down here in their own end, but this team has shown they are not scared. Fourth down is just another down. They will stay aggressive. I don't know if they read the analytics or not, but it usually says fourth down, and I'm going for it.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Left side is Marshall. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
Underwood on the play action. They're all over him. Still looking for a man. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity, and they weren't able to do it there.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Fires to the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to pass. It's Chambliss. Dumps it to the back. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On the run, deep down the right side. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 1 in the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. The Rebels will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Marsh. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Michigan offense. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the counter. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Throwing, Underwood. Right side, it's Buchanan. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Under pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Underwood throws for the tight end. Pass is knocked away, incomplete, and how good is it to have a linebacker who can cover that much ground? 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Going to take a shot, and that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get in an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
Man, and that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Chambliss. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Making his first move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Here's Underwood to throw. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Makes one man miss. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. At the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Looking for space. It's Lacy. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Rebels. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Critical juncture of the game late, and you're trying to find your best one-on-one matchup to take advantage of. Of course, it's the tight end. With his size, his wingspan, and his athleticism, really good decision by the quarterback at a crucial juncture in this game.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. On the return, it's Chambers. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Back's got it on the screen. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Throwing, Underwood. Firing to the right, complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Rush is on. Finds a man on the left. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
One of the reasons this defense is so hard to move the football on, they've got a safety back there who's just reading the QB's eyes, and he's so athletic and so fast. He's able to break passes up, and right now, it's like he's just toying with the quarterback. He's inviting him to try and take some shots, knowing that he's going to get there to disrupt the ball.
2nd and long here. Again, it's Underwood. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He makes the catch. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Underwood. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good. especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before, and I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. They want to throw it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Not much of a choice here. Down by a score late. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half. The D still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. Long way to go on second down. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. They'll need a bunch on second down. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.